Does your garage door sound like this? In today's video, we're going to be fixing those noisy rollers so that we can quieten down the garage door and make it work a lot better. So I've done a little bit of research online, and there's two primary methods that I see most people doing, and they get it wrong. The first is they remove the brackets off of the door and change the rollers that way. But then when you get to the bottom roller, a lot of people either skip it or they disconnect the wire, and that can be very dangerous. The other is to get a pair of pliers and bend the track to get the rollers out. But then when it comes time to bend it back, they have to take a hammer and bend it, and it never quite looks like it did before. So neither one of these methods is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing it a third way, which I think is going to be the easiest by far. So I picked up this set of rollers. This is a pack of 12 4-inch rollers. And the way I determined that is, first, I just counted how many rollers I had on the door, and I have 12. And then I measured the length of the roller. So in my case, this is 4 inches wide. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name, but it's highly rated and seems to have a lot of really good positive reviews. This is a set of nylon rollers instead of the steel rollers. And so this should be a huge upgrade for these old garage doors. These are silent. So I'm pretty excited about these. So the first thing we want to do before we change out the rollers is clean the track and get any dirt and grease out of there. A lot of people don't realize it, but you do not want to actually grease the track where these rollers go. They're made to actually roll. So if you put grease in there, they're going to slide and make noise. So let's go ahead and clean that up. Now you can use about any degreaser that you choose. You could just get like a degreasing spray and a towel and wipe it. I'm just going to be using these degreasing wipes that I got from Costco. I think it'll work fine. As you can see, they're actually really large. All right, now that we've got it all nice and clean, it's time to actually change the rollers. So what we're going to do first is raise the door almost all the way up. And then once it's up there, I'm going to show you how to change out each roller. Get a pipe wrench and then hook it to the top of the track, and we're going to flex it just a little bit so we can pop the roller out. We're not going to bend the track permanently, we're just going to flex it. There's a big difference. We want to make sure that we're only changing one at a time and on one side at a time. So only have one roller off at a time. Just flex the track, push up, pop the roller out, and then put the new one in, flex it a little bit, and drop the new one in. And there's two already. I've also found it's a lot easier to have the new rollers up there ready to go rather than climbing up and down. All right, the left side's done. Now it's time for the right. Listen to this. All that wiggle. This shouldn't be there. Now that we have the top 3 on each side, 6 total done, it's time to tackle the bottom 3. So to do this, we're going to mark the 2 brackets on each side so that we make sure we put them back in the exact same spot, and then disconnect them from the wall so that we can flex them as well. So I'm just going to use a pencil and mark this bracket. I'm going to do the top, the sides, and the bottom. We want to make sure we put these back in the exact same spot. And then we're going to disconnect it from the wall. Mine happens to be a 7/16. So I'm only disconnecting one side at a time, and then I'm raising the door so that I can access the next 2 down and change those. So the trick I found was to bend this track out, push the garage door back just enough to clear this lip with the roller, and then bend it back the other way and pop the roller out. Now I just need to hook the track back up in the exact same spot that it was before. We'll use those marks we made to line it up. And then we just do the exact same thing for the other side. On this side, I was able to actually pop the entire bottom half of the door out, and so now I can just pull all 3 rollers out and pop them back in. It's way easier. Okay, so the bottom three on this side was way easier. Turns out the track was jammed into the concrete on this side, and on this side it wasn't. So I was able to pull it out and pop the whole bottom half of the door out. Now I've got all 12 rollers replaced, and I didn't have to do anything dangerous or permanently damage the track. And really, it didn't take very long. I think less than 20 minutes. So now there's one more thing I want to do before I do the reveal of how quiet it is. So I've got this can of garage door lubricant. Now this is different than like a white lithium grease lubricant where it's going to leave something sticky. This is silicone based, so it's going to dry and not collect a bunch of dust in it. Now again, we don't want to put anything on the track, but there are these brackets in the center and we can grease those up. So I'm going to do that real quick. Now I don't want it dripping everywhere, so I'm just going to take this rag and hold it under. We can also lubricate the spring at the top. Now we don't want to get the far edges or it could cause it to slip, but we can definitely get the center with this. Okay, now let's see what a difference it makes. Isn't that a lot better? And there we have it. In less than 20 minutes, we was able to change all 12 rollers on the garage door, and we didn't do anything unsafe. And we was even able to change the bottom roller that a lot of people just skip. Now there is still some noise coming from the chain rattling against itself, but I'm going to deal with that in a separate video. But as far as the garage door and the rollers, they are pretty quiet, if not silent. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button down below so that others can find it more easily. And if you'd like to see more practical tips around the house, hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss a video. I've got several more garage type videos coming out soon and you don't want to miss out. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.